Hey ladies, I'm just going to demonstrate how to change a tire. This tire is getting low on me all the time. I'm filling it up every few days, so I'm going to take it off. So if you're stuck on the side of the road, you're going to go to your trunk. In your trunk, you're going to just look underneath the mat, and more than likely you'll have your spare tire. Sometimes they come with little mini donuts tires. They're just like a miniature size of a real tire, and sometimes on the Jettas here they come with a full-size tire, which is nice. So you're going to take out all the components. First part is the jack. And here's the wrench. Here's the wrench. There's the jack. And this thing screws into the front bumper. In case you hit the ditch or something, you need a tow. You pop out a cap on the front bumper, and then you can pull from that. So yeah, let's basically start here. Take the screwdriver, pop off the hubcap. You might have to work it until it pops. It'll pop right off, but just keep working the corners until you get the hubcap off. I always recommend breaking loose the nuts now while the weight is on the tire. So we're going to break loose the nut. Wow, that's pretty embarrassing. Shows you this might be the hardest part right here, is breaking loose these nuts. Sometimes you have to add quite a bit of force in this case, so I'm just breaking them loose. Oh, dynamite. Yeah. Oh, it shouldn't be this tight. Not usually anyways. Make sure you break loose all 5. Oh, wow. Lovely. Man. Sorry. Oh, last one. All right. So nuts are loose. Don't take any of them right off until you jack the car up. Okay. It's a strange little jack, but it jacks up at an angle. So you're gonna screw it out, and it's gonna fit just along the frame lip. And I'll show you in a second here. I just want to kind of get it started. So now if you look, there's a lip, and this jack, in this case, most of them are all the same. The jack is fitting right inside this lip here, right? Okay, and then it's a, like I said, it's a weird looking jack. It actually goes kind of at an angle. So now you're just gonna keep going until that tire is up in the air. So I can see it's about that far off the ground. Maybe go a little higher. Doesn't matter. Okay, so always remember it's a little bit, you know, unstable, right? But so the main thing is when you get the nuts off, get the other tire on, get one nut on, or bolt as fast as you can, right? So that's the only danger part. The danger part is if the jack ever slipped in the gravel, or all of a sudden something's moved or whatever, you got to be aware of that. So you don't want to get your feet or hands caught under any of this stuff if it ever fell back. So be aware. You don't want to bang. You don't want to have your head underneath here. If this ever fell back and your head got caught in here, or your neck, well, yeah, again, it would be not a good thing. So at this point, I'm going to take all the nuts out. So always be aware of your safety and your surroundings when you're doing this. Unfortunately, if you have a flat tire on the side of the road, you're not going to have all the conveniences of sitting in a garage, right? So you're just going to have to do this and be aware. If the jack starts sliding, be prepared to you know, move away from it really quick, right? Down to the last one. And that's why you break them loose. You break these things loose while the tire's got all the weight on it. If you don't do that, then you're never going to break these loose while this is up in the air. Because why? The tire is just going to spin around and around and around. Even if you put the e-brake on, it's still not going to be enough. So I'm down to the last one. I'm just going to leave it on there, kind of like that. You should pull the spare tire out. Make sure you pull the spare tire out first. I'm doing this kind of after the fact. This is actually a center screw that holds this tire in the wheel well, right? So you have to take that screw out. So to be safe, I'll maybe just put the tire underneath just for now, because if it ever fell, it's just going to fall on the spare tire. Not a big deal, right? And it could save it from falling right to the ground, right? So now I got my last bolt out, or it could be a nut. Take the new tire, line it up here. Put the nuts or the bolts back on. Make sure to get that one on first, nice and tight. Once the first one is on, then there's not a big deal. There's no safety issue in case the jack falls or whatever. You got one bolt in. I'm gonna lower the jack now. Turning this counterclockwise to lower it. So I'm going to give it a one last tighten. Get her as tight as you can. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching, ladies, and guys as well. Hopefully this will help somebody out. If you're on the road and need to change your tire, and obviously just be careful. Make sure, watch if the car starts to slide or move on you, then you got to either block it underneath, and if it comes down to, try to find some blocks of wood, but where are you going to find that when you're on the highway, right? So might not work for every situation, but it is meant to be done on the road and when you got a flat tire. So anyways, that's how it's done. Thanks again, guys.